All right, here's a question from a GKISS subscriber who has a teenager. I'm devastated to find out that my son and his girlfriend have been sexting. To make matters worse, I read his texts after reassuring him he had privacy. Not only did I read things I'm very upset about, like sexual behaviors beyond what we think is reasonable at this age, but I don't know how to tell him I know without revealing that I spied and broke our agreement. He needs his phone, so taking it away is not reasonable, nor will he comply with a request to break up with his girlfriend. What should I do? Okay, I have treated many parents in this same situation, and God knows I have had many parenting choices where hindsight was 20/20. I believe parents should tell their kids they're monitoring and filtering before they start. I think it provides practice for them thinking before posting, and it demonstrates that other parents and adults will be viewing texts and posts too. It's also important to do that to reveal your willingness to work with them about online choices. But security and parenting experts have disagreed with me, saying that if they tell their kids they're reading their stuff, that they'll miss out on secret plans and sneaky behaviors. So this controversy is real. So let's move to the solutions for your current situation. First, I believe that the trust between you and your son has been breached, and if not handled delicately, it could damage your relationship. For that reason, I suggest you put your ego at the door and get out your knife and fork because you're going to be having to eat crow and apologize. Where is it written that parents can't make mistakes? Let's face it, we're new at parenting teens just as kids are new at being teens. This adds up to a rocky road of successes, failures, stops, and starts. Schedule a time to have a private discussion with your son when you won't be interrupted. Tell him the truth. Admit that you were concerned and you screwed up, that in hindsight, you realize you should have had more safety parameters in place before you got to this point, and you should have told him that his screen use would be monitored. Express your concerns while validating that his loving and sexual feelings toward his girlfriend are normal and natural, assuming that there were no safety or legal violations. Explain your philosophy about what you think is appropriate regarding intimacy at relationships his age. Assure him that you'll keep his confidence. Don't go telling Grandma and Aunt Linda about the intimate details you uncovered. Let him know that these are his facts to share if he chooses, not yours. Second, ask him what suggestions he has to resolve the very real conflict of privacy versus safety. Actively negotiate screen safety parameters. Some of my GKISS staging tips apply, such as no screens in bedrooms, bathrooms, or behind closed doors, and GKISS blackout times to optimize judgment and supervision. Also, consider if monitoring and filtering programs and apps apply in this situation. Keep in mind that it's best not to tell him which specific programs you'll be implementing. If your son is a young teen, then monitor him more closely. But if he's older, you may just want to set lighter monitoring options. Most importantly, let him know what your plan is and why, and absolutely consider his input. By the time he's an adult, he should mostly be on his own with his screen without monitoring. Finally, plan relationship building opportunities with your son to repair the damage done. Perhaps this means getting to know his girlfriend better so they understand that he has a family to take into consideration when it comes to friendship and love. Of course, they deserve privacy, but you may choose to set stricter limits for now. Keep in mind that not every mistake requires traditional discipline, like taking screens away. The humiliation of you reading his texts and the face-to-face conversations about it is probably consequence enough. The truth is, his best resource for keeping intimate relationships healthy is the support and competition of his time from his friends. He needs his friends right now.